Hello and welcome to Select 10. In this video, we'll rank the top 10 new web series that debuted in June and July 2023 on Netflix, Apple TV+, Amazon Prime, and Max. These are some of the current trending sci-fi, fantasy, and comedy shows that you might like. And you're welcome to let us know how many of these web series you are watching and which one is your favorite in the comments section. Now let's start the video. Number 10. The After Party. It is a murder mystery comedy anthology series created by Christopher Miller. To properly understand the premise of Season 2, let's first take a look at Season 1. In the first season, a murder comes to light at the school homecoming night party, and the guests try to recall the events in spite of the fact that everyone has an alternate recollection of that fateful evening, and the murderer is hiding. Each episode will present a distinctive character's take on the same event. The second season's scenario is a wedding where a murder takes place and Officer Danner shows up to find out what happened. A few characters from Season 1 appear here. The format is the same as in Season 1, as Danner and the others try to identify the murderer, while each guest describes what happened the day before. Despite the same theme, the second season works brilliantly and maintains the festive mood with its persistently creative format, creating a fun experience that audiences will not want to end. It's like Knives Out in TV series style, and it offers excellent mystery and entertainment. Number 9. The Horror of Dolores Roach. It is a comedy horror series created by Aaron Mark. The story is about Dolores Roach, who gets freed from jail after serving an unfair 16-year term and reunites with an old hippie friend named Luis, where she is allowed to stay and earn a living as a masseur in the cellar beneath his pastry restaurant. However, when an unexpected occurrence occurs, Dolores's negotiations fail, leaving her with bloodshed on her hands and a dead body on her massage station. This led her to begin a journey of panic, where her life became a very chaotic outflow for the feelings of wrath, anguish, and remorse. Well, that is not the only murder she commits, and I will leave it to you to find out about the rest, because revealing more will spoil the surprise of what she is about to encounter, endangering her newly acquired peace. Overall, the story succeeds in being just clever enough to get beyond its many shortcomings and manages to frequently frighten laughs out of the unsettling concept, making the show intriguing and worthwhile to watch. It's a little bit like Dexter, the central idea is similar, but the setting is different. The tale creates plenty of tension throughout, but the climax leaves the audience hanging as it ends on a dramatic note. Number 8. Titans. It is a superhero action-adventure series created by Akiva Goldsman, Jeff Johns, and Greg Berlanti. It focuses on the DC Comics superhero team, the Teen Titans. The group consists of shapeshifter Gar Logan, psychic Rachel Roth, ex-vigilante Dick Grayson, and alien Corey Anders. Following the Titans' reformation and the addition of some more new members, the first season revolves around safeguarding Rachel, who finds herself hunted by her monster father, Trigon, who wants to conquer the world. The second and third seasons each have a different focus, although they all have a connection to the main overarching plot, which advances each season's story. Along with the main narrative, there are other side adventures that explore each character's past and origins, making the series incredibly interesting. In the fourth and final season, the Titans battle against a dark entity that seeks to call Trigon back to Earth. Overall, Season 4 is a satisfying conclusion, featuring exciting action and superb performances. However, compared to its excellent Season 3, this season is just average due to the inconsistent plot and lackluster enemy. Number 7. Kazazimoto, Generation Fire. It is a sci-fi fantasy animated anthology series produced by Triggerfish. This series is quite similar to the one you may be familiar with, Love, Death, and Robots. Each episode examines a new subject, with stories involving time travel, aliens, and parallel universes. The series is action-packed and features 10 imagined futures of cutting-edge technology, aliens, supernatural beings, and creatures that take you on a tremendously fascinating journey. The series delivers bold science fiction and fantasy adventures, developed from wholly African viewpoints, drawing inspiration from the continent's various eras and civilizations. The stories are fantastic and appeal to kids as well as adults due to their amazing visual appeal and fresh ideas. Number 6. The Lincoln Lawyer. It is a legal drama series created by David E. Kelley. The story continues after the conclusion of the high-profile case from the first season, while Mickey Haller is largely enjoying himself because he has won significant cases. As a result of his enormous success, he is back in the courtroom, fighting with his new popularity, as well as fresh cases and characters that affect his private as well as his work life. The problem develops when the owner of a diner that Mickey likes gets charged with murder, and obviously, Mickey takes the case into his own hands, leaving him and his associates to look into a matter that ultimately results in them having major issues. Although there aren't many significant changes in season 2, there are still enough for viewers to be happy. The narrative once again manages a large, continuing case among cases that Mickey solves rather quickly. However, if you watch the first season, you won't want to miss it. Number 5. Blue Lights. It is a police procedural crime series created by Declan Lawn and Adam Patterson. The show centers on 3 police officers who are on probation for a time and are posted to Belfast's Blackthorn division. The plot of the series develops as these 3 cops struggle to keep up in Belfast, a city where being an emergency police cop brings with it particular stresses and risks, including violent criminals and questionable intelligence operatives. Crime dramas are rarely groundbreaking, but this series succeeds in delivering a top-notch crime drama and presenting it in an interesting manner thanks to its excellent characters, humor, suspense, and premise. So go for it if you like investigative dramas, and it only has 6 episodes. Number 5. The Longest Promise. It is a fantasy romance series directed by Jeffrey Chang. The story is set on the Kong Sang continent and centers around the dramatic romance between Zhu Yan, queen of the Kaiyi community, and Shai Ying, a crown prince of the Kong Sang clan. However, the plot shift occurs when Shai Ying is sent to Juyi Mountain for training after his mother is falsely accused of a crime. Nevertheless, he starts to feel romantically attracted to Zhu Yan, but both keep their emotions to themselves, and destiny also gets in their way when they support opposing sides in political conflicts. However, they ultimately put their differences aside to save the Kong Sang region from an unknown dark entity. Overall, the show is enjoyable and has a magnificent backdrop, lovely costumes, gorgeous scenery, and acceptable CGI. Aside from the main protagonists, most of the other characters are weak and uninteresting, and the tale itself is just average, but it's interesting and appealing enough to keep you hooked. Number 3. Domina. It is a historical drama series created by Simon Burke. The series follows the life and achievements of Livia Drusilla, the influential wife of the King of Rome, Augustus Caesar. The series is set in times when Rome is thrown into an uprising following Julius Caesar's death. The main story revolves around Livia Drusilla, who loses everything and is sent into banishment. Nonetheless, she makes a comeback a decade later, desperate to reclaim all that was taken from her. The series depicts Livia as she grows from an innocent young girl to Rome's most mighty and powerful empress, motivated by an intense ambition to exact revenge and establish authority for her sons. The series is a gripping family epic rooted in historical occurrences and brings to life the extraordinary tale of the women who would go on to establish one of history's strongest kingdoms. The second season began on July 9, 2023, which we won't discuss now because I'm assuming many of you haven't heard of this show before. Overall, the first season offers outstanding acting and an addictive story filled with romance, treachery, betrayal, and violent action. If you want to see a show similar to Game of Thrones, this is a fantastic pick. I don't know about historical accuracy, but this will not let you down in terms of entertainment. Number 2. Special Ops, Lioness. It is a spy thriller drama created by Taylor Sheridan. The narrative centers on Joe, who is the head of a CIA special task force intended to eliminate dangerous targets. The series focuses on Joe and the Lioness program, which is run by Caitlin Meade and Donald Westfield, who recruit Cruz, a bold Marine raider, to work secretly with Joe amidst the leaders of state terror groups in the CIA's attempts to neutralize the dangers and threats. While this is the core premise, the series has only had 2 episodes so far, which is fairly good, but way below average, given how much potential the show has. The first episode heavily focuses on Cruz Manuelos, a Marine who is one of Joe's newest agents, and explores how she came to be Joe's latest resource. In episode 2, we learn a little more about Joe and her family. The first episode offers the audience the background they need to know about where the rest of the season is going and what its purpose is. Based on the first 2 episodes, expect to see a lot of undercover warfare and covert operations in the remaining episodes. Number 1. Foundation. It is a sci-fi series created by David S. Goyer and Josh Friedman. Here is the primary plot of season 1, so that new viewers can get an understanding. The series is set in a future in which an empire ruled the galaxies. However, when psychohistorian Hari Seldon prophesies that the Empire would collapse in the following decades, the power and influence of the Empire are threatened. As the galaxy falls apart around them and the destruction of the Galactic Empire approaches, the narrative follows a Seldon and a group of outcasts as they struggle to maintain their way of life. The second season has been set over a century after the conclusion of the first season, when unrest is rising across the galaxy and the Cleans begin to fall apart as a furious queen schemes to bring down the Empire from inside. The first episode of Season 2 features Gal waking up over 100 years after the events of Season 1 and attempting to comply with Hari Seldon's directions for constructing a second foundation, while Seldon is stuck within a challenging puzzle. In the second episode, Gal experiences a terrifying vision, while Day's relationship with Queen Sereth expands and Hari overcomes the trap. The first 2 episodes of Season 2 effectively combine big and complicated concepts with an enormous universe while providing visual spectacle and more accurately representing the scale and mystery of Isaac Asimov's novel than Season 1. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. And do subscribe our channel to see more videos related to movies and series suggestions.